Hey, thanks for stopping by and watching my daily vlog again today. Wasn't sure if I was going to get on here today or not, but here I am. It's a little later than usual. I had a pretty intense dentist appointment earlier today that was like a 2-hour procedure to work on the right side of my mouth. It's all unnumbed now, so I can talk. And finally, I tried a new a drug called triazolam that the dentist prescribed, so I could take it, so I didn't have to kind of lay there through all of it with too much anxiety and be kind of uncomfortable. So it's more like a tranquilizer. I don't know if you ever tried it before. It's the brand name's Halcyon, but the drug is actually called triazolam. And anyway, it's pretty powerful stuff. I took it and it just kind of makes you like real sleepy, loopy. It's almost like if you were to take like Dramamine or some sort of like, drug like that for traveling. Kind of makes you feel a little bit punchy and drunk, but more or less just a little bit out of it. Your brain kind of just slows down and you're just real relaxed. And it's hard to focus on things. And a lot of things you see like double and triple of. It's really, really kind of trippy. But I highly recommend it if you're anxious about going to a dentist or you don't really like to be uncomfortable, meaning that you don't like laying there with your, stressing about keeping your mouth open or whatever it is for that long period of time. Taking something like that makes the time pass very, very fast. It's almost as if you weren't even there for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It's how quickly it goes when you take something like that. So that's pretty cool. So that's definitely something I highly recommend if you're going to do it. But either way, basically, on the right side, I had old silver fillings I had to get replaced, and those have been removed, and now I have those just composite type fillings in there, the white ones. And then I had to get a temporary for a new crown on that side, and then I have to go back near the end of the month, and I have to get on my left side, I have to get 2 more old silver fillings removed and replaced. And then I have to get 2 more temporaries for 2 new crowns as well. And then when I go back for those on the left, I'll be getting my permanent crown and the temporary removed from the right. So in the meantime, I've got to be careful and obviously eat on the left side of my mouth at the moment. And then when that all happens at the end of March, I'll have to remember to eat just on the right side of my mouth. What a pain in the butt it is. But so glad it's over with today and just looking forward to get the whole thing done and completed. And of course, none of it is cheap, since it is all this type of work, it's super expensive. I mean, it's like, I think the whole thing's going to run me like $5,700 or something like that. Something ridiculous. Insurance doesn't cover what it used to back in the day. You used to be able to go to dentist, get that kind of stuff done. And it would be like, it would almost cost you next to nothing out of pocket. It was like awesome. But, dental insurance has changed dramatically over the last, 15, 20 years or so. And nowadays it basically almost doesn't even help you whatsoever. So there's that. Also, I was reading today on the Yahoo Yodel about Twitter's got something that is a competitor to Clubhouse, which I just learned about. It's called Spaces. So I guess that they had originally launched out a iOS version of this back in December of 2020, and it's done well. And now they just released the Android version of it. So Android users will be able to join and talk with others on the Spaces app, but they won't be able to start their own space yet, as they call them, or whatever. So I don't know when that'll be happening, but I'm definitely going to try to check that out and see what that's all about. I've been waiting for Clubhouse to get moved over to Android, and they haven't done it yet. So I'm just an onlooker for now, because I didn't really feel like investing into an iPhone just to get on Clubhouse. I figured by the time I do that and go through all that headache, they'll end up having the Android version of it available sooner or later anyway. So just going to wait and see how that plays out. Don't know if I have anything else really to say. This might be one of my shortest vlogs to date. Real quick, before I do jump off, last night I was watching the Badgers play at at Purdue, and they end up losing by 4 or 5. So they've been slipping, and they're going to slip out of the top 25 this week. They've only beaten, I should say, Purdue at Mackey Arena 4 times in the last 45 attempts, and those 4 times were 1972, 2005, 2012, and 2014. So that's just how few times we've actually beaten Purdue Boilermakers on the road at Mackey Arena. So I wasn't surprised we lost. But, if we're as good a team as we're supposed to be, which apparently we're not, we should be able to beat a team like that on the road. But they have a tremendous size inside. They got this kid, Edie, who's like 7'4". He's ridiculous. And he could just basically do whatever he wanted down and low. So it was really tough for the Badgers to defend. And of course, we shot pretty poorly again, which is par for the course for this season. We just haven't been able to be consistent. I think Trice was like 1 for 7 until he made a 3 at the end, I think. And I don't know how the rest of the guys shot. I didn't look at the box score, but I'm almost positive that we didn't shoot much more over 30% overall. Even free throw percentage was down a little bit overall. But supposedly when Brad Davidson scores 10 points or more, they're 10-1. Well, last night he had 10 or more and they lost. So now they're 10-2 when Brad Davidson scores over 10 points. I don't know if you saw or heard about the Badger Illinois game on Saturday, but we were getting beat at home pretty handily by them, and rightfully so. They're pretty good, and we were down about 15 points or more throughout the game. And near the end, Demetric Trice hit a few threes in a row, ended up scoring 19 points over the course of just a little over the last 2 minutes of the game to get us within basically 3. And then there was a situation that occurred where there was like a dead ball and kind of an official's timeout, but there was not a official timeout. So the Badgers all huddled up on that side of the court to talk to the coach on the floor. And one of the Illini players, Williams, had stepped over into our huddle talking smack or doing something, and then he instigated it, got teed up, sort of. Well, then they gave a technical foul to one of our assistant coaches, Orlando Tucker, as well, and basically the 2 tees offset each other while we were going to be shooting a 1-on-1 free throw, down 3. Now, if they would have just called it against the Illini, literally we might have won the game on that. The Illini being silly about getting in our huddle and messing around and putting themselves in a bad spot where they could pick up a technical foul. Because if they would have been just called the technical foul, we would have shot our 2 free throws on the 1-on-1, and then we would have shot 2 more free throws for the technical. So technically, we could have been up. This was with 1.9 seconds left. We could have been up by 1 with 1.9 with the basketball. So, really, it was kind of a goofy situation. I think that the refs probably should have just called the technical foul against the Illini. Of course, when you watch it back, you can see that our assistant coach also was involved, but I think he was retaliating to what the Illini kid was doing and saying. That's what I think. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can catch it on YouTube, I'm sure. But it's an interesting ending, and it would have been a hell of a comeback if they would have ended up winning, and it would have been one heck of a way to lose if you're the Illini by getting a technical foul at the end by doing something stupid that really cost you the game. But I guess, we weren't quite lucky enough for that to happen. So, okay, that's about it. I don't know if I know anything else. I mean, I'm sure I could ramble about many, many things, but those are the couple things that came to mind today. Honestly, I was been out of it from about 9:30 this morning until 4 o'clock this afternoon or later from taking that triathlon for my dentist appointment. So I've just been just getting back to normal and feeling normal now. So we'll see how it goes. But again, if you are apprehensive about going to the dentist or you got a very long dental appointment, lots of work to get done, I don't suggest you take something like that for a quick, filling or, you're going there and getting a teeth cleaning or anything like that. You don't need it for that. But you're doing some kind of major dental work, lot of things that are going on longer than normal time frame to be there, that sort of thing, then, hey, give that a shot. It'll definitely, just ask your dentist about it. I'm sure you can get it prescribed and take it, and it makes going to that dental appointment a whole lot easier. All right. thanks so much for tuning in today. And on another note, I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Take care.